Hello, my name is Kara Lancy and I'm currently a student at Aspen University. I am doing a video today for ECE 406 Quality Programs for Infants and Toddlers, and today we are going to be discussing the topic of creating a positive environment to help guide behaviors and discipline. A guidance approach to behaviors is that where a program does not punish a child, does not isolate a child, does not inhibit them from learning due to their behaviors. Instead, we handle discipline and guiding behaviors through a use of strategies and techniques that are no longer demeaning or shaming or in the punishment aspects. There's no longer a timeout chair or things like that. A child is not refused to join a group because of a certain behavior. Instead, it is handled in different ways. Today, we're going to first start off with talking about how you create the environment that helps to prevent unwanted behaviors from occurring. Part of creating the environment is with the use of materials. You want to make sure that there's plenty of materials so that the children will not fight or have conflict over the amount of, say, cars, for instance. If there's only one car, that's probably going to be a cause for a problem or unwanted behavior to occur. So you want to make sure that there's a wide range of materials, also that there's not such a large quantity of materials that it becomes overwhelming or too intense for the children. You can also create or change the environment to help stop some unwanted behaviors. Like if there's a large section of the classroom where kids can run, well, more than likely that area is going to promote running. So by moving things around to kind of block the running areas and things like that, it can actually help to prevent unwanted behaviors from ever occurring. Also, the creation of a cozy corner. Children oftentimes will need a specific place to decompress or to calm down or to even just take a moment alone without any other children bothering them, teachers, anything, and they have a safe and secure place they feel that they can go by themselves. So that is something I promote for every early childhood classroom, is that of a cozy corner. Some of the planned strategies that you'd use in the environment is that of like a daily routine. Children that know what is coming next and what transitions are going to happen, this will help prevent many unwanted behaviors. And by having that consistency and that predictability within their day, it will really help to eliminate a lot of behaviors that could occur in those. Another one is the use of expectations in the classroom. There's no longer concrete rules, there's expectations. Expectations of how we act during mealtime, expectations of how we stand in line. All of those expectations are kind of more, instead of the broad rule, it's broken down a little smaller of what's the expectations for our hands, what's the expectations for our feet, what's the expectations of our friends. So just the use of those expectations seem to really help in making a positive guidance approach to behaviors. Another thing you can do to help children to learn to self-regulate is by giving them the strategies of problem-solving skills. By giving them, even for toddler age classrooms, you can have just the use of timers. If children are starting to fight over a specific object or a specific learning material, you can introduce the use of timers, and then that gives the child a specific time limit of how long the other child has to play with it, and there doesn't have to be as much conflict and behaviors that occur. Another one that I like to actually have in the cozy corner is the calming down steps. It's a pictorial reference of how exactly to calm your body down. Take your deep breaths. Some of them even have, depending on their age, of just rubbing your body to calm yourself down. And depending on the age of the children, it can get into more complex calming down steps or less, depending. And it's also a way of recognizing the way you're feeling and solutions to calm your body down. Last but not least is the actual interactions and guidance approach to positive behaviors in the classroom. One of the things that I always do is I like to use praise. I don't want to say that I only encourage good behavior, because I praise a child if they do anything that is meeting expectations. But one of the things that I like to do is during cleanup time, which I know is always a hard thing, is when I see a child clean up, I extremely praise, oh my gosh, look at so-and-so, look how good they're cleaning up, do you guys see this? And because children want to have that same praise from me, it's almost like a wildfire. It catches on, and then Johnny and Sue and Billy, and they all start cleaning up, and look at me, I can clean up too, and wow, you guys are doing so good. That instead of focusing on the negative aspect of that single child, Frank, that's not cleaning, you praise the positive actions you're actually seeing in the classroom. And that does seem to have a ripple effect of the children seeking the positive praise instead of the negative praise. And plus it makes for a lot more pleasant learning experience. The other thing you can do is there are going to be times that you have to stop a behavior from occurring. Even in these cases, you can do it in a way that is a positive guidance approach, in the way that you are speaking to the child. For example, if children are running through the classroom, instead of saying stop running or no running in the classroom, you can say, please use your walking feet. When we're in the classroom, we need to use our walking feet. Or if they're yelling, again, instead of saying no yelling in the classroom, you can say, remember, when we're inside, we use our inside voices. It's all about the way that you approach the topic to the child. Instead of punishing them for a specific behavior, you are encouraging them to use a positive behavior. And I believe that these strategies really do go a long way in creating a very positive and non-punishing environment for the classroom. So I hope that this has been informative and you guys will be able to gain some information from these positive guidance approaches. Thank you. Bye.